Okay, so this is what I had for Christmas from my beloved, and it's called tilt it up so you can see, a Gemini builder block set from Crafty, what's it? Where? Crafter's Companion. Right, so what you get inside is a block like this. Okay. Oh, why is it so annoying? I can't see it. Right. A block like that. And inside, every block is a square bit like this, and inside are all these squares that are, if you like, what I would call thinlits. Very, very thin pieces like that. And you have them in squares, and then you have them as triangles, and then you have them as quarter triangles. Okay, half square triangles, quarter triangles, and squares. That's the epitome of it. But, however, I'm going to put that to one side for a moment. The next thing you need, and I've tried this both ways up. Got two shin plates here. That's a Gemini one, and this should fit as a normal size one. Okay, and this metallic, excuse my noise, shin plate is very important. Now, my poor old A plate has lost everything to do with it, so I have treated myself to a new A plate, right? Which I was waiting for before I showed you this, because, you know, it's all very well me using my old one that I've had for, I was trying to work out the other day, how long have I had this machine? I think I've had this machine about 10 years now, so it's no wonder I've mucked about with my thing. Now, with the ebosser, it's so wide, brilliant for me, because I can use different shims. As you see, I make a different sort of setup every time I use it. That I've got an A plate, then a B, then a C, and then a D, and I've got a metallic shim. Okay, and what I'm trying to say to you is, if I was just cutting it with, say, a Sizzix cutter, I would put it on there, then I would put my A board on top of the Sizzix die and run it through. If I was using the Go dies, which are slightly thinner, so this is slightly thicker, I would put the Go die on there, put my top in and run it through, okay, because I'm able to with this ebosser will take so many different thicknesses. Now, the new ones, I've got to sit down for a minute, the new ones that they make from, hang on a minute, yeah, the new ones that they make now, you can't get this anymore, I don't think. So if you find one for sale, second hand, definitely go for it, because using tin boards, you can use most dies. Now, with the Gemini die cutter, is very, very thin on this. It's a bit wider, but very thin on this aperture. So they have their own boards, and you then, I'm not sure actually, There's a B cut. No, that can't have you. But they actually say, well, all you need to do is to use a backboard and then what I would call a thinlet, that is part of thing, and a metallic board. They initially say, well, put it through and have, let's take a shape. Oh, I don't know. Let's just take one of the shapes. Let's just take, wherever this may be. Okay, what's that going to be? It's a 3.5 inch square. Okay. And they say, no, don't have it that way round. Have it so that the blade, the bladey bit is sticking up. Put your fabric on it, put your top on, push it through, and it'll cut. And I'm like, no. As I have done, and you can see it makes a mark, and I'm not really happy with that. So I was thinking, well, does that mean that I'm going to have to change everything, and I'm going to have to get a different cutter and do different things? And then I'm like, won't be too happy about that. So I am now trying it my way, having got this new stuff. So I'm going to find a bit of fabric and see if my way of doing things will bring it up to speed. So I got my C plate, my D plate on top. I am going to put then my metallic plate on top of that, because that will hold that'll hold the die still. Okay, then I'm going to use this metallic shim, brand new metallic shim. I've never used before because no cutting on it at all. Then I'm going to put my blade on it. Yeah, and it should stay fairly together because I've got the metallic thing underneath. I've got the magnetic one underneath it. But I'm not sure. This is a bit of test and see how you go. It says it'll cut up to 8 layers. So in this one now, that's 4 inches. I'm going to plop that on the die. And I'm going to plop material on the metal and tin over the die. So it's the right way up for me, as I'd like it. So the die is sitting down on it. And then put my brand new, bless me heart, I don't know if it's going to be too fat or what. I'm just trying it. I've left the shim out. So there's my ebosser ready to go. And all I want to do is to cut out of there that square. So let me see if this will work. I'm doing it with you as a tester. Looks okay to me. Going through the machine. Going out the other end. Okay then. Let's see. What did that do? It left a little bit of a divot on my top of my thing. And it didn't cut. Okay, it did not cut, which means to say I ain't got enough thickness, because I know I'm going to put a shim in. I'm going to put this B plate in now as well. I'll try it, haven't you? Who knows? Yeah, it didn't make a mark on there. So I'm going to plop it back on in the middle. I'm going to put the cutter back on exactly the square I wanted to cut. I'm going to put the top, this top plate definitely don't seem to be the same thickness as my bent one. I'm going to put that back on. Now I've got another shim in between all of it. Let's see if that works. Feed it into the machine. It's taking it through. And it's stopped. Okay. Coming back out. How can it be too thick? Okay, I'm putting it back in, girls. Won't have it. It wouldn't have it now. This is getting a little annoying. No, it's still not cut anything, and it's saying it's too thick. Okay, I'm going to take away the magnetic. I'm going to leave that B shim in, take away the magnetic, put that back on top. See, I might have to end up buying a different machine, which I don't want to do, because this machine will do the go and the will do the go, and it will do the 6. So I don't want a different machine. I just want, excuse me, this machine to work. So let's try again. It's saying it's still too thick. Oh, really? Did it cut? No. Yes, it cut the top. It did cut what it got. What can I take away? The only thing I can take away is that shim. I definitely want the metallic bit, so put it back on. Put that right back on where it was. Put that top back on. What I've taken away now is this sort of 1.5mm shim. Try it again. If you look at it, it's going through. I don't know if it's going to cut it, but it's going through. I just pulled it out from behind. Let's see what happened. What actually happened? Didn't cut. Right, so add the metallic shim. It's got all of that. I took that out, it didn't like it. Took that out, it didn't like it. So, my next best bet then is to do as I did before. Get 3 layers of card, which are much thinner than that shim. Shove that in the mix, yeah? So, you have to, sometimes you've got to be a bit eventful. Work with it all, yeah? It doesn't work, I try. Right, so I'm going to put this back on the machine, and I'm going to put the cylinder, or the Crafter's Companion, back on the top. I really want this to work. Face down onto the metallic shim. Put my new shim board on top. Okay. And now with 3 layers of card as well. Let's see if that works. And obviously with cards, I can make it up here. it's time to take that off. Whoa, it's cut. What's it cut now? It's cut. Well, yes and no, because it's kind of cut all of it, but not quite enough. And that is actually 1, 2, 3, 4 layers. So it's cut a little bit, but not enough. So do I need one? I'm gonna. So what I'm gonna do is take one, 2 more bits of card. Shove that in to give it a bit more. Okay, hang on, let me just take this off. I put another 2 pieces of card in there. Right, and I don't know why I didn't like it, but 2 more pieces of card in there. Put my fabric back on. Okay. Put the cut back on. Okay, exactly where I wanted to cut. Put my maybe it's this is not as wide, not as fat as the other one. Okay, put this back on because this actually. Ooh, what have I got here? This is a Gemini one, so it should fit. Put that back on. It should be the right height, but maybe not. Okay, and then so now I'm 2 more pieces of card. Ooh, here it goes, whackety whack as it goes through. Ooh. That may have been the boyo. Right, okay. It's supposed to crackle as it does it, so I think that might be it. Okay, so take that off, and yeah. Sorry, I'm doing this the wrong way around because there you are at the end of the day, taking away all the dross, yeah? Those are my squares, perfectly cut. Don't know why that one was. Oh, because it was folded under the wrong way. Okay, no problem. So those 3 are the right size, that one isn't because it was folded incorrectly. Right, so I've got 3 all the same size. So it works. So yes, you may have to play with it. I think, you know, at the end of the day, there is a bit more experimentation I can go on with this. But if I can get this to work for me, that's the metal shim. If I can get all of this to work for me in a fantastic mood, yeah, then that's going to save me a load of money because, I'm not being funny, what I'm trying to say to you is, with this builder block, yeah, you get 18 dies like this, squares, half square triangles and quarter square triangles, and it cost me £69. Now, this takes me from 1.5 inches all the way up to 6.5 inches on every different tray, yeah, 18 dies. If it works for me, that is so much cheaper than buying them by Sizzix or buying them with Acrylic Go. Alright, it's so much cheaper. So I really want this to work for me, so I'm glad I have done it this way round. In some ways. I'll come back to you on this. As you can see, I'm getting there now. 4 of those out of there, and naturally I can put the shape on there and get another 4. I'm getting the hang of this. Okay, and I love it because when you sew these, even if they were going to be half square triangles, that when you sew them together, yep, you just sew from tip to tip without any hangovers. It'll make you a perfect square every time. So yeah, I'm getting in now with these. Learning what to do. It's, it's a learning curve, isn't it? So yeah, liking it now. I've sorted my machine out to do what I want it to do. As I say, you could buy the Crafter's Companion Gemini machine. You get everything you need to do with this. Well, you buy the Gemini builder block thing. I suggest you get it off of Amazon because it's £69 rather than £99 that they want to charge you. But you would have to spend £25 on their machine to be able to get it. You get everything with it that you need to make this work. However, if you see an ebosser for sale, it's in good working order, second hand, buy it, because the ebosser will allow you to change your boards up and use Sizzix and the Go templates as well. And to me that's a more economic way of doing it, because a Go machine will cost you a lot of money, okay? And well, I just think it's better in the long run. So that's what I'm playing with. This is my new toy and what I've been playing with over Christmas.